Okay, if you got some lightweight DSLRs like I do, you saw in the prior videos where I invented this little contraption that has 4 advantages over Black Rapid: load dissipation, third connector point, can't unscrew, and there's no more of this horrible rattling noise, which I absolutely can't stand after a day of shooting. It's on my nerves. Other people it doesn't bother. Let's show you something neat. Before I show you that, let's show you this. This is sold by Black Rapid. It's their safety retention strap. So in case your tripod lug breaks off, and I have seen a couple of them break, and it has nothing to do with poor quality. Let me unscrew this and show it to you here underneath the rubber. Where it breaks off at, I've seen a few on the internet, and I've seen 2 firsthand. They break is right here. It's just a stress fracture. So I mean, you're looking at the hair over 2 millimeters on that, and after a lot of use, I mean, it breaks. So you have to anticipate stuff like that. So anyway, let me screw this back on. Black Rapid sells, I think it's $14 or $15, this little strap. Now, I've shown you before how to make one for 50 cents. So this is their $15 strap that comes with their expensive Black Rapid. To me, that's no bueno. That's очень плохо, as they would say in Russian. It only serves one purpose. That's retention in case this ever comes out, or this unscrews, or it breaks off. It's going to be a safety catch. Well, that's great, but it's $15. It only serves one purpose. Let's show you something really awesome for 50 cents that serves a dual purpose. Let me show it to you here. Make sure I've got it lined up properly in the camera. Let me show you the route of it. Okay, now I have this taut, but there is never any tension placed on this, so there's never going to be any wear marks down here because there's no load taken on this. Okay, so you see how I have it connected here. Now let me undo my carabiner so I can actually show it to you. This has a dual purpose of not only acting as a safety catch in case of your tripod lug unscrewing, which is a very, very common issue with people using Black Rapid slings, where the actual connector will unscrew itself and then boom, it'll drop to the floor. Now if you have the safety strap, I said Black Rapid sells this one for 14 or 15 bucks. Okay, it'll actually protect it against that, but so does this one, but it still serves a dual purpose. You can see how I have it connected here, here, and here. So if it ever unscrews, which you can't, because I've got it locked into place, that's the second advantage. I have it secured here, so you got 2 purposes served here. I have, in case this breaks, I'm still able to save my camera because it's going to retain it right here, but this takes no load at all. I have a knot here, and then I bring my carabiner right through this loop and through, obviously, the link on the Black Rapid. So you can see I have it here. I've got 3 knots here. You don't actually need this knot, but I actually use this one to hold in the split ring. Now, this is a Swiss Army knife, a split ring. You buy 5 or 6 of these for like $4 or $5 on eBay. As I told you before, this is accessory cord. Dyneema has a 400-pound breaking strength. Okay, you're going to use this for many years before you wear it out, especially this one because it takes no load. There's no load here. There's not going to be any rubbing here. There's no load at all. So, going to protect your camera from dropping, and it's going to keep this from ever unscrewing. Now, as you can see here, this is not perfectly in parallel with the camera, as is going to be the case with your Black Rapid. Let me show you the Nikon D3 here. Now, this one is perfectly in parallel, but it doesn't make any difference. And even if you screw it nice and tight, your Black Rapid tripod link is going to sit. It can sit like this. I mean, it can sit like anything. Okay. So this is as tight as mine will go. You know, there's no need, you know, you just have it super finger tight, as tight as you need it to go. But it doesn't matter how you have it, as long as you cinch these 2 knots like this, and I have this taut, okay, not with tension, just taut, so I can remove this easily, okay, then it can never unscrew. So you can go all day long without having to look down on your Black Rapid link and worry about it unscrewing. Now, this unscrewing has always been a serious issue on Black Rapid. This now cannot unscrew, so it serves the dual purpose of holding a second security point for your camera right here. Okay, so if this breaks, which I've seen them break, that's actually a very rare occurrence. Okay, so this breaks, or well, actually that's the only way, because it can't actually twist out. Before the worry would be them twisting out, which is why Black Rapid actually made this strap for this lug twisting out, that it would actually grab your camera. So now it cannot twist out, and it's actually holding your camera in case this threaded lug breaks right at its base, which is typically right where it breaks. It breaks right in there. Okay, so if this breaks out, it's still got your camera. So this costs 50. Well, actually, yeah, I guess about 50 cents to make. I mean, you need about two foot of this stuff. You can go down to your local hiking or backpacking store where all the hippie goofballs hang out and chomp on granola bars and talk about who climbed the highest mountain. You know this type of store that I'm talking about, where those flatus sniffers hang out, and they typically are all a bunch of flatus sniffers. And buy some of this rope. I wander in the stores. They go like, "Who's this fat guy coming in here buying this mountaineering gear?" Although this is actually called accessory cords, typically used as guy wires for tent poles or for securing your tent. But like I said, 400-pound braking strength. And this is going to last for many years, since this actually takes no torque at all, takes no tension at all. So, great. Why aren't people doing this? I've heard everybody that's got a heavy DSLR or is using a Black Rapid, they've all got one complaint. If they're out shooting all day, this will unscrew itself, and that is a real pain in the crotch. And if you don't have a security strap like this one, or like the one Black Rapid sell, for $15, that's no bueno, okay? Yeah, no dice. 50 cents on this one serves the exact same purpose, but it serves a dual purpose. So this is the upgrade you need to be making for your Black Rapid. And for 50 cents, why the hell aren't you doing it? It can't unscrew. I don't have to look down at my camera all day long. People like every 2 hours or every hour I have to look down, I have to retighten my nut, retighten it. You don't have to do that anymore. It can't even move more than a quarter of a turn. It can barely move a quarter of a turn to unscrew itself at the very most. It can't move any more than that. So I think I've made my point abundantly clear. Now I have ultimately 4 knots in here. One here, one here, one here, one here, and then the final one over here I actually melt over the stove or use matches, and then actually take the pliers and clamp it shut so the final end here can never come undone. Okay, it can't come out, it can't slip out, so you just melt this over the stove or with a match, and you take some pliers and you squish it together so you create one little black looking blob like that, so it can never unravel itself. Okay, very easy, very cheap, super effective. And yeah, I know I talk too much, but hey, I'm giving you great tips, right? 50 cents, how can you beat it, right? Doesn't weigh anything, doesn't get in the way, it's over here. I mean, I'm grabbing my camera over here, this isn't a way over here. Perfect, right? Exactly. Well, I talked too much during that video, but I think you got the point. If you like this video, you can drop me a buck or two to tell me to jump off a cliff, or can tell me what sort of, well, I better not say that. Some family people watch these videos, so I better not say that. I need to go grab some more coffee. Anyway, this is an awesome idea, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my crack. Later. Bye. Thank you for watching. Catch you later on the next video. This has been another video from the Angry Photographer. Thank you.